Referencing is basically the statement of your sources of information in any piece of academic writing that you may be doing. It is best to see it as part of a bigger process. We call this module Good Academic Practice because referencing your sources of information in a piece of written work is an essential element in the chain of scholarly communication in which you, as a student or a researcher, are engaged. So here is your link in the chain. You are given, or you choose, a research topic to work on, and you use a range of bibliographic databases, catalogues, and other search tools to find the best quality academic reading material for your study. Very often you'll need to do a literature review of some kind to show that you are aware of the scholarly publications and discussion around your topic. Next, you set about reading the material you have found and taking notes from it. It's always a good idea, even before you start taking notes from a book or article, to make a note of the full bibliographic details accurately, so that you won't have to waste time later when you need to compile the bibliography at the end of your written work. In the written work itself, you demonstrate your understanding of your subject by answering your research question and building up a logical argument using evidence from your reading to back it up. And finally, you acknowledge the sources of all the information you have found by means of in-text citation of your sources, as well as a full bibliography of your sources at the end. There are four main reasons for referencing carefully in your work. Firstly, to acknowledge your intellectual debt to the authors whose ideas and facts you are using. To support claims that you are making in your text. So when you have made an assertion or a claim, you need to cite the specific source where you got the information from on which you base it. Another reason for citing accurately is that whoever is reading your work might think you have made an interesting point here, and they may want to find your source and read more about it for themselves. Lastly, there is the more prosaic reason that you don't want to be accused of plagiarism, that is, using other people's ideas without acknowledging them. Putting in a citation to your source will let you avoid that. There are many different styles of referencing, and you must select one and use it consistently. At the University of Birmingham, we recommend using the Harvard style. This is a very popular style and is used in publications around the world. Some departments, however, use a different style. For example, Oscola is a specialist style used in the law school. Vancouver style is used on some medical and life science courses, and so on. It is very important that you find out from your tutor or your department which style they expect you to use, and make sure you become familiar with it. The following examples will be using Harvard style. A citation normally consists of two parts. The first is the in-text citation. This means when, in the course of your writing, you are quoting from an author or referring to an argument or point they have made in one of their publications, you put in a brief citation to it, usually at the end of the sentence. In Harvard, this takes the form of the author's surname and the year of publication enclosed in round brackets. If the point was made on a specific page of the publication, you should also add the page number, as in these examples. In the first example, the author is mentioned by name, so there is no need to repeat it, and only the year and page numbers are given in the round brackets. In the second example, the author is not mentioned by name in the sentence, so the name, year, and page number are all given in the brackets. At the end of your work, you then need to provide a list of all the references you have used in your text, giving the full publication details of each one. In the Harvard style, they need to be listed in alphabetical order by the author's surnames. So in this example, you have the surname, author's initials, year of publication in round brackets, the title of the article in single quotation marks, the name of the journal in italics, the volume and part number, and the page numbers of the complete article. Of course, this is a straightforward example of a journal article with a single author. There are all sorts of other possibilities as well. Books or articles with multiple authors, chapters in books, and different types of publication you will want to cite. Electronic books, scientific reports, government publications, websites, videos, blogs, and so on. Each needs to be cited in a specific way, so you need to become familiar with the style you are using. Fortunately, we have some excellent resources which will help you to do that. The first is a database called Cite Them Right. Here is its home page. The first thing it invites you to do is to choose the style you are using. Whichever style you choose, in this case Harvard, you will be presented with a set of tabs for the different kinds of materials you might want to cite, books, journal articles, internet sources, and so on. You just need to choose the most appropriate tab, and it will give you examples of citing that type of material, both in text and as a full citation in the bibliography. All you then need to do is follow the examples in every detail, punctuation, capitalization, italics, and so on. After you've done a few references like this, you will soon become proficient at it using the referencing style. Two other things we have that will help you are the Library Services Referencing Guide and a thing called EndNote Online. EndNote Online is an online package which allows you to store your collection of references, to import references from bibliographic databases and catalogues, and it can work with Microsoft Word to put references in and create bibliographies in a variety of styles in any written work that you do. There is plenty of guidance available for EndNote Online and referencing generally from the Academic Skills Centre through the links on this screen. Thank you for watching.